What's up everybody? Once again, it's Brand Man Sean, and today we're going to talk about is paying to get your music on Worldstar Hip Hop a ripoff, how to get on there for free, and a couple of alternatives that just might be better. And y'all can thank this video to Jabiga, hope I said that right, because he asked, can you talk about video platforms like Worldstar Hip Hop and promoting sounds? Do you think paying $500 to $1,000 to get your video seen on these platforms is the way to go? First, you have to ask yourself the obvious question. Do the users of Worldstar Hip Hop appreciate your type of music? Think about it. Generally speaking, street music is the type of music that's successful on Worldstar Hip Hop. You're talking about the money, the drugs, and the women. That's pretty much the type of music. People on Worldstar Hip Hop aren't really going there to listen to Drake type music unless maybe it's Drake himself. And even then, if it's the right type of music, it's really hard to receive great positive feedback because of the environment that they create is so conducive to negativity. When you look at so many of the posts, it's really about seeing something weird, seeing something crazy, seeing somebody get beat up, just setting up situations for people to roast on whatever the content is. Now, if the demographic for your type of music is Worldstar Hip Hop's community, prices can range from as low as $750 to $5,000 plus. But if you do have 50,000 views on a video in the last 11 months, now this has to be legitimate, then you do have the opportunity to possibly get on Worldstar Hip Hop for free. Now they say they check rigorously, they can tell you better have legitimate comments. There needs to not be any kind of big name on your project who would have boosted the views. They want to make sure that you are the star that other people are looking for. And they made this known a while ago, so I'm not completely sure that this stands completely. They might have upped the amount of views that are necessary to get on for free, so you would have to email Worldstar for that yourself. Next! Now, if you do decide to pay to get a video posted on Worldstar Hip Hop, I suggest that you wait until you have multiple projects released or at least some kind of catalog of content. That way, if people actually mess with you in your video and they decide to check to see more about you, you actually have some more for them to check out. Remember, having somebody's attention is a gift. So that moment that you finally get their attention, if they decide they like what you got going on and want to look deeper into you as an artist, you better have something for them to galvanize and consume so that you can keep their attention for a good period of time and they can really become a fan of you as an artist. If that one video is all you got, then good luck getting that attention again. You don't want to have to pay $750, $1,000 just to get somebody's attention every single time. Another thing is, I suggest you promote a song on Worldstar that is already getting traction by itself. If you already have a project or you just have a single out that has been moving by itself, has been doing better than your other tracks, make a video on that one and promote that video on Worldstar. You want to put all your efforts behind something that is showing promise, especially when you talk about putting that money behind it. Also, within your music video, figure out ways to promote other songs of yours, whether that might be showing links to your social media or doing a preview of one of your other songs at the end, maybe a little snippet into the next music video. Just remember, once again, you want to maximize this attention that you have when you have it, especially when you're paying for it. I know I'm drilling down on that point, but it's really how I operate personally. I got money, but I don't got no money to waste. And while we're on this subject, we might as well talk about the most popular or well-known Worldstar campaign, which was by Chaotic. What he did was basically the very first Worldstar takeover. Not only did he pay to get a song on Worldstar, he actually got almost the entire first page, really like the first 3 rows. He basically made each individual track of his project a cover for his mixtape, and then he had all of those tracks posted on Worldstar. This goes back to that concept of being remarkable that I talked about recently. If you haven't seen that video, it's really the concept of making sure your marketing and your product is something worth talking about. The fact he took up so much room and it was showing so many of his videos in a row, it made people think of, who is this guy? How much did this dude pay to get all this space? Look at all these videos this guy has. And at the very least, it's gonna make people click because now they wonder who Chaotic is. There's a video somewhere with DJ Small Eyes of him talking about it. I'll put it in the link description below. Point is, if you can think of a creative approach for yourself, you want to do that not only when you market on Worldstar, but when you market anywhere, because it makes your money or your efforts go farther once you get other people talking about it. Them seeing it is one thing, but them actually talking about that junk is a whole nother ballgame. So is Worldstar Hip Hop a ripoff? I wouldn't really say that. But will it give you the best return on your investment? I wouldn't say that either. And here's why. Worldstar Hip Hop really exists as an island of its own. It's really a glorified blog. It doesn't really have any algorithms or ranking systems that truly automate and ensure that people get to see the best content, which means when things get posted, it's pretty much a lot more chronological than ranking systems. So once your content is up, it's being moved further and further back. If it was on a YouTube or something like that, it's going to really work to help the users, whoever those users are best fit for your content, to ultimately find your content. Especially as you get more likes and get more views, you'll constantly be rising up in rankings. Skirt, let me stop and insert this because I forgot to do it at the beginning. A perfect example of this island I'm talking about is if you look at a few of these videos, I'll flash some up on the screen, you'll see that there are a lot of cases where there are a lot more views on WorldStar than they are on the YouTube. However, they're providing the YouTube link within WorldStar. It doesn't matter if you're watching on YouTube, WorldStar, or whatever website, if the YouTube video is there, YouTube will be recording your views. So how does WorldStar show so many more views than YouTube? One possible theory is a lot of haters exist on WorldStar and they just like going to the videos and clowning on people in the comments and stuff like that. Probably a lot of them are reading the comments before they even watch the video. I know a lot of people do that on YouTube. And this is just me skimming through the videos, but it seems like the only time that the actual video on YouTube had far more views than on a WorldStar is when there were big stars involved who were probably getting their views from somewhere else. So WorldStar probably just put it on themselves for free to see what the comments would be like. But back to the point, whatever's going on, it seems to be a real gap between actually getting views on your page on WorldStar and actually translating to legitimate views on YouTube. So if WorldStar offered a paid way to get on their YouTube page, I think that would be a lot more valuable for an up-and-coming rapper personally, but I'm not exactly sure that they do that. You'd have to ask them directly and see what they say. As far as I can see, doesn't look like it. But they're capitalists, so if you got a lot of money, I'm pretty sure they're willing to make a little budge. But if you look on their page, everybody up there is pretty much well known, and there seems to be a much higher standard for getting on their YouTube page than getting on the WorldStar Hip Hop website. So what could be an alternative and even better option than getting on WorldStar? Well, one, you have just actually posting your music through influencers, but everybody knows a lot about influencers. I'm not going to get deep into that. A lot of people have trouble getting in contact with them. I'm going to come up with something as far as a document at a later time to provide for you guys, to help you guys out with that. But the other option is using YouTube channels like the other platform that Jabiga asked about, promoting sounds. There's Trap Nations. There's so many YouTube pages out there where they're basically just posting other people's music. A lot of times it's popular artists, but they also do sell spots to up-and-coming artists who are willing to pay. Of course, it's always going to be up to you to analyze whether or not their following is best suited for your type of music, but at the end of the day, you're automatically being embedded and inserted into the YouTube algorithm and ranking system. On top of that, their subscribers are going to get a notification when your video is posted because, you know, that's how YouTube works. Is it completely worth the money invested? The answer to that is really that's becoming more and more difficult, particularly for only a single payment of getting one video posted up there. Could I have just said that in 15 seconds at the beginning and then ended the video? Yeah, I could have, but I think it's a lot more important for you guys to have a perspective on how to think about these type of deals so you can think about the various situations that pop up for your particular situation yourself. That's it. Y'all know what to do. Hit that subscribe button.